Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for some more board game content. It is December 9th, 2025, and I'm going to go over 60 games under $30 right now on Amazon that I can recommend to you because I already know they're good to great. And we have, if you want to see just the cheapest games, go to the end of this video, but also Amazon links down below in order. We're going to start here with Sit Down, who has this game called Dive. It's a really cool family weight game where you essentially have to like look into these cool little plasticky sheets that you stack on top of each other, and it creates like this ocean-like view, and you have to see how many different animals there are there. It's a really fun family weight game, but it also is good enough, I'd say, for like a beginning or end of game night type of thing. $14.99. This one feels like a pretty rock solid deal. That's Dive. Check that one out. Moving on. I have not actually played this one, but I've played the original game many times, and I love it. This is Magic Maze Pocket at $17.91. And this is a real-time game where you're going to be working cooperatively, eventually silently, trying to get these people to run out of a shopping mall because they just got done robbing stuff. It's a really cool kind of game, and there's tons of game here as well. And a pocket version, no less. Great gift idea. I would love to have this. It's Magic Maze Pocket. You should get it. Or the original, but that one's over $30, so we won't be talking about it, even though we did. I lied. I'm a liar. Moving on, we got Bang, the dice game from Da Vinci, or it's DV Ghiaccio, which I don't know how to pronounce it. It's $19.11. And Bang is actually a card game that is not aged particularly well. It takes way too long to play, and they took that and they turned it into a really fun dice game, I would say, especially if you have, I'd say, 5 to 8 players, even though I don't think it's bad with 4 players. But it's a really simple, quick dice chucker that you'll want to play, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row in an evening, potentially. Like it an awful lot, especially if you like Bang. That's Bang, the dice game. Sitting there at $19.11. Never forget. Moving on, this is actually a 2 or 3-parter. This is the Chronicle of Crime series. If you've never played the series, it's a really cool one where you play these detectives in different time periods, and you have to, it's all app-based, but there's also all these cards. You have to try and solve all these mysteries and figure out, who these people are doing this with the what's and the who's it's and the what's it. Pretty much, if you want the next generation version of deduction, this is a great one. There's tons of Chronicles of Crime games. It also it has this really cool thing where you can put on like these goggles. I don't know if this one specifically, I think they do, where you can actually look around the environment at like the crime scenes and see different things. It's a really cool system. You should check it out if these Chronicles of Crime still do it. I think they do. But there's also a future setting. There's this setting. And the bottom line is, if this game idea sounds fun to you, trust me, for $20, you're going to get bang for your buck here. Plus, you can play it solo, cooperatively. Really dig the Chronicles of Crime series. Next, we have Forbidden Island. This is a fantastic family weight cooperative game. It's a great gateway cooperative game. It comes in this big metal tin, which most of the time, a lot of people aren't a fan of the tins, but these tins are very nice and sturdy. It has great, chunky plastic components as well for these things right here. Easy to learn, easy to teach. It's from the same guy, Matt Leacock, who did Pandemic, which is one of the most famous cooperative games of all time. And this one doesn't disappoint. It feels different, though. It feels similar but different. And I think it's a great family weight game that I still own as well, and I've played it a few Thanksgivings. Forbidden Island. Plus, there's 2 sequels as well. If you really dig this one, there's Forbidden Desert and Forbidden something or other, the newest one that just came out. There might be a 4th, I think. Next, we have Code Names, and a couple things here. Later on, there's also going to be Code Names Duet. This one is a party-style game. Really fun game. There's going to be some words in the center right here, and you have to try and think of a word that is like a clue, a through line through the words, and everyone on your team is trying to guess that. But there's, if you get it wrong, you could potentially just lose the round. Well, end the round, but you could potentially lose the game immediately. And there's really cool because there's being the person who gives the clues versus being the people who try to receive the clues. Very different and very fun. 1994, can't go wrong with this one as long as you're looking for a party-style game. Code Names, or if you're going 2 players, Duet. And I would recommend going with 1994 as opposed to the $24.99 for the first edition, because the first edition is perfectly fine. You don't need it. There's also Code Names Pictures. Don't like it as much, but it's still good. Next, we got Hitster. 2 to 10 players. This one's really cool. They have QR codes on the cards. And, wait, what? is this the one with the QR codes on the cards, right? Yeah, they got the QR codes on the cards. And then you try and guess the songs. I actually did an early Kickstarter video for this one. It's a really fun game. I think it's a Target too. If you have a lot of musical friends that like a lot of different types of music and whatnot, or popular knowledge of music, I guess. 1488, you can't go wrong with this one. This is a very fun party game to add to your repertoire. Highly recommend. Next, we have Star Realms. This one's a little bit of an interesting one. This is one of my favorite deck-building games of all time. This one specifically is for 2 players, but if the idea of Star Realms tickles your fancy, there's tons of extra stuff that you can do with Star Realms that will make it go up to more players and add solo and adds a whole bunch of different cards. But this is a space deck-building game, and it's really good. It comes in a large tuck box, not like a small tuck box, but a thicker one. It is packed to the brim with cards, and I've probably played this game, I don't know, 50 to 100 times. It also has a great app that I do believe is completely free. You can purchase stuff, obviously, like the extra cards and whatnot, if you want to try it before you buy. That is very addictive. Yeah, it's even advertised on the side of that box. Very, very fun game. Now, if you want that same game experience, but Star Wars, and with $10 more, you can go get yourself the Fantasy Flight Star Wars, the deck building game, which feels very, very much like Star Realms, but deeply interweaved with the Star Wars. It's not just like the theme is slapped on there. It feels fun. It's a great game. It has expansions as well. Me and my son really enjoyed this one when we checked it out from the library, even though they told me that apparently there was a piece that ended up missing, and that piece wasn't there when we got it. And I was like, well, what the heck? And now we just don't use my library card. So if you wanna help the Bauer family eventually go back to the library, click on that Patreon down below. That was a weird one. Anywho, this is fun too, but you can just get Star Realms for $10 cheaper, and they're both great though. There's a lot more expansions for Star Realms. Moving on to the party game, if you like to make up funny stories and think on the fly and that sort of stuff, then Snake Oil is a great game for this sort of thing. It is a storytelling game where essentially you're trying to sell something like a snake oil salesman, and you don't know what that is until you combine some cards. A lot of freaking fun as a party game. This is one you put in your party game shelf, and it will get played throughout the years, because while there will be people who will not like to play this game because they don't want to think that quickly on the fly, those people, in my experience, really enjoy watching this game being played because it is a hilarious game. Cannot recommend it enough. $20. It's a Steel Snake Oil. Check it out. Moving on, Beat That. This one I'm going to give a pass to, but very specifically if it's with younger kids and you are willing to participate with them and do all these silly games. But there's tons of games. It's fun. It's fun. And it has a whole bunch of different stuff in the box, so you can we do this, and it makes it so you can play a whole bunch of different games. It's a really fun mini game challenge, and for $20, can't remember. I don't know what the combo pack is for $19. What's that include? I don't know. Do your own research, but click on those links, and I get like a nickel or something like that. But yeah, it's fun. If you're not going to be playing with kids though, or you know what? Actually, I'd say if a party game could do this, it could go well too. But I think kids party game, yeah, I can do that. So this one, when I made this list, was actually less than $27, and now it's up to $32. But I don't want to get it off the list because this is one of my favorite games of all time. It is Wits and Wagers, but more specifically, the Vegas edition one. Wits and Wagers is a fantastic trivia party game. Now you're like, oh no, trivia, I'm clocked out. The beauty of this game is, though, you don't have to be great at trivia in order to win this game, and the core game system is awesome. So, as we'll say in the next one, which I think is like Wits and Wagers, the family edition, which is great, by the way, just as family or with anybody. Like this is going to go over well. It's just a really awesome system with the dry erase marker system. Love it a lot. But I would even if it's $32 instead of $30, and I tried not to put anything over $30. But here we go. If you like gambling, this is the funnest gambling game that I can think of, aside from, actually gambling. There's some other ones, but this one's great. Wits and Wagers is Vegas Babies, top 100 games of all time for me. Highly recommend. Tetris, the board game. This one, I will say, it's a puzzle. Get out of here. Get wrecked. This one does a great job recreating the feel of Tetris. I played this one at Gen Con a couple times with Adam, and it did a spectacular job. The components are nice. I recommend this one if you have a Tetris fan in your life who also, if you want a Tetris feeling board game, this one does it pretty well. Spin Master Games, nailed this one, just came out, $21.97, and the components are really nice as well. You see it's got great table presence. Good game. Continuing on, we got Racco, and I know you're like, what, Racco? It's still fun. I don't care what you say. And yes, it literally is just putting cards in numerical order, but it's still a fun game. I was playing it with my 9-year-old 2 months ago. We had a blast. It stands the test of time. It doesn't quite get into my under $12 stocking stuffer list at the end, but dang it, it's close. It's a good one. If you have kids that need to work on their numbers, let's put the caveat on that. I'm not recommending that over any of the other games if you're just here for the fun factor. But if you specifically are like, yeah, well, this is what my son's working on in school coming up, that's a great one for him. Survive the Island. Now, I was just trying to put Survive, which is a fantastic old school feeling game, but with new school mechanisms where it can go over on a game night or just on a family game night. On a board game night with adults like that, or on a family game night. Basic gist is you got people, they're on this island, and then this island is going to start to go nutso-butso with dragons, apparently dinosaurs, and you have to try and escape the island and get on these boats. It's a lot of fun as your people just keep getting eaten and drowning and all sorts of stuff. Heck of a fun game, $29.99. This one is a great game. Like, one of my favorite family weight games of all time. There's a reason this one keeps getting reprinted decade after decade, and that's because it just hits the mark. Cannot recommend it enough. I don't know about this newer version. I don't know what kind of changes they made to it, but I can't imagine it's hard. Like, they probably didn't break the wheel, you know what I'm saying? It is Asmodee. Moving on, we have Sheriff of Nottingham. Now, this is one of my favorite negotiation games of all time. It's awesome. It's all about trying to get goods past the Sheriff of Nottingham and then bluffing him or double bluffing him. As each round someone gets to be the sheriff and they get to decide, if bags are going to get through. But there's all sorts of like, hey, I'll give you $5 if you don't look at this bag, and I'm like, yeah, you give me $3 or this, that. It's a really fun negotiation game. Now, $27.99, it's a steal. I imagine it will stay in your collection for a very, very long time. I think it's fantastic. But an unproven champion has stepped up, which is the Sheriff of Nottingham Robin Hood version, which is only like $15. And once again, this one does have an additional mechanism that apparently people aren't the hottest on, with like a set collection or villagers or something like that. But if it's still keeping the core mechanism and you have a family that enjoys Sheriff of Nottingham, I think that this is awesome because I want to own it. Like, honestly, I want to put it in here with the Epsom salts. It's too close to Christmas. Plus $15. Like, that's a real game right there. That's a 15. Like, that's a great present. Somebody says, "Oh wow, Gary put a lot of thought into this." No, Gary put $15 in this. Good for you, Gary. Now we have the Catan 5 and 6 player board game expansion. This one is actually a joke one. You're going to see the Catan comes up later because Catan is a classic game and it's still fun as long as you don't play 5 and 6 players. So if you want to have fun, don't get the 5 and 6 player expansion, even though it's under $30. I assure you, it sounds like it should be more fun. More people, more negotiations, you say. No, more downtime. More downtime. And yes, you do have to pay attention at the beginning of people's turns when they want to trade, but it just, God, Catan with 6, no thank you, no thank you. But Catan 3-4, absolutely. Cross Clues, this one, hidden gem, absolutely love it. If you've played Codenames and you thought Codenames was too stressful, Cross Clues is for you. And even if not, it's still a fantastic game because it is the same basic Codenames premise. So we have to put together guitar and doctor. And I have B2. I have that card in my hand. And then somebody else, has the A3 card in their hand. And somebody, like, everyone has a card in their hand. And everyone is thinking at the same time in a clue. And since you're doing this cooperatively, there's no rush at all. So you have time to think of these clues. And the clues get easier to give as other people give clues. And if you haven't played Codenames, then none of this makes any sense to you. But either way, if you've sworn off Codenames, I cannot recommend Cross Clues enough to you. I think it is fan-freaking-tastic for what it tries to do. Really great game. $17.99. It's a good. Moving on, Dragomino. So this is based off of King Domino, which is a really great game. I believe it one that was nominated for the Spiel one year, the Spiel's Yard, something like this. This is the children's game version of it, and it's a spin on dominoes. And this is a great game. I played this with my kids. They've had a lot of fun with it. It's still in our collection. And moving on, it's a great younger child's game. Now, I also am going to say I'm going to do another list if I get to it, hopefully soon. that is specifically for children's game. It'll be like the top 60 children's games under, I don't know, we'll go 20 for that one probably or something. But you get what I'm saying. Either way, My First King Domino. There's a lot of My First games. I got a couple on this list. This is a rock solid one. Last Defense. I will say, this might be one of the few times I say the price here is not great. I don't feel like the price here is great, but that's because you got all these little minis on here that everybody can play at, and it's a fun game. This is a real-time game where you have to go around the city, and you have to stop these monsters, but they're not scary monsters at all. They're like fun, silly monsters kind of thing, and you have these cool different roles, and they move around the city, and it's real-time. There's an app. Then it's not like a super useful, like not like a super dependent app, but it just said, well, it is super dependent, but it announces like, hey, the vase thing is moving to the farmer's market, and it's got fun core mechanisms, and your kids will probably have a really good time with it especially if the reason I put this here is because it's real time, and there's not a terribly large amount of those, and I do think it's a very good game. Honestly, I put it in here because my kids love this game. I think it's fun. Moving on, this is not supposed to be here. Go away. Next, we have the Chameleon, award-winning bluffing board game. This one is fun. I don't remember a lot about it, but it's great. That's why I put it here. It's from Big Potato Games, who makes consistently good games, and yeah. So everyone knows the secret word except for one person, who is the Chameleon, and then you guys are like giving clues, and you're trying to blend in. And it's really, really, really fun, and I highly recommend it, and that's why it's here. Also, I didn't know they had this, but there's also a travel edition, which is only $13.99, which honestly I'd kind of rather have than the big box, because it's not a large game by any stretch of the imagination. Either way, you can't go wrong with the Chameleon. There's a reason it's still in print years later. Same story with Big Potato Game. This one hasn't been in print as long, but this is a great game for a very specific thing. I would say if you were having a large family get-together with people who really probably aren't the biggest gaming, or if you were going to some sort of work thing where there's a lot of people also not gaming, Herd Mentality is a great game for large groups, and it's really, you secretly answer a random question, and you're trying to be in the majority. I honestly don't remember much about this game, aside from the fact I enjoyed it. I shot a video on it, and now it's sitting over there on a shelf to be used in a situation where I know I'm going to be with like 10 to 15 non-gamers, because that's what I remember about it. There's also apparently expansions, which you probably don't need, so just go with that one for now. Rock solid game. Probably. I remember enjoying it. Now, gameplay-wise, this one is not good. I want to start with that. Pretty Princess. Not good gameplay-wise. But if you have a child who would love this jewelry, there is a game attached here. It's not terrible. There's also a card game. I wouldn't recommend it because it doesn't come with jewelry. But at the end of the day, I mean, come on. What are we doing here? I also do believe that there's a couple themed versions of this. I don't think I saw any. But then again, I didn't look. So, you might go for one of those too, but yeah. End of the day, you're paying $14.41, and it's like, yeah, most of this is probably going to end up in the dress-up part of some child's room. But still, it does have a game there. It's not difficult. I think there's a how-to-play video. I did the how-to-play video, so I know there's a how-to-play video. Next, we have Lost Cities. This is a great two-player game. I've never played with the 6 Expedition, which I'm excited for as well. I imagine that's an expansion. But this is a really simple game where you are trying to win different colors by competing in the person next to you, and you just go head to head. And I've probably played it 30, 40 times, so I really should have a better description of it. Honestly, I could tell you how to score better than I could tell you how to remember to play, because I love the multiplication system at the end of this. It's done by Dr. Ryan Nissa. I don't want to say it's like a multiply style game, but when you do the scoring, you multiply things. It's a great two-player game. Let's not bury the lead. If you play two-player games with someone, this is one you should own. I think you will probably enjoy it, especially as long as you don't mind that the theme is nearly non-existent here. You're here for the gameplay, but the gameplay is gosh darn good. $20. It's a good price. Next, we have Fireball Island board game at $18.95. Now, I'm going to put a caveat on this one, a massive, major, mega caveat. If you are planning on getting this game for a kid, like I said with Pretty Princess, know that this one is going to be more about the mousetrap factor of, yeah, you're probably not going to actually play this game that many times through. You're probably going to start and then get frustrated because of the components and the complexities. But at the end of the day, it's all about these marbles rolling down this cool hill. And this actually had a really massive, overproduced version that was done by a company on Kickstarter a couple of years back. And now there's this dirt cheap 1895 Goliath Games version. But at the end of the day, $20 for this, like your kids, they may be disappointed in the final actual gameplay, but I think most kids are going to power through it. And yeah, it's for $18.95. I definitely think that this, yeah, like, look at that. Component factor in itself, you get this game for a kid, you only spent $19, but they're going to be like, holy crap. And you just got to like play it with them once, and they'll probably try and play it with themselves. And I also have had this game in my classroom before, the super nice version. There's also an old version too. So I'm really excited to see what this Goliath, the new one, looks like, even though I will say, I imagine the components are probably, like in the nicer version, the components were always a little bit issue. So solo gaming, you want to play games solo, Friday is one of my favorite solo games of all time. You're Robinson Crusoe. You got to make these decisions on a desert island. The theme comes across pretty well. It's from Friedman Fries, who is one of my favorite game designers of all time. This one has a really cool system. I've never beat it. I've probably played it 20 to 30 times. That's not hyperbolic. It's one where you can play it a couple times, run it back. I enjoyed it a lot, and you're going to lose a lot too. I've never actually beat it. I don't even think I even got close to where the pirates come. But still, heck of a fun game. And honestly, it makes me think about playing my copy of Robinson Crusoe, which is like this game, but massively on steroids in a much bigger box. It's fantastic as well. Continuing on, but nowhere near $30. Cartographers. This is a really cool game. This is what's called a roll and write game, but it's not actually a roll and game. It's like a flip and roll, whatever. But essentially, everyone's going to be creating these maps on these things. Hopefully you show it. Yeah, right here. And it's really fun. It's you sit there. It's the kind of game where you sit there, you chit chat, you have a couple drinks. You're like, everybody ready for the next card? Flip over the next card. Work on your map. You're trying to maximize your scoring. It's like a polyomino style game, but it is my favorite in that genre. I think I like Cartographers better than I like Cartographers Heroes. But once again, it's also a standard collection. I would not get the collection pack. I got some of the map packs, and I don't think I think I played all 4 of them. And I was like, man, none of these felt great. But Cartographers and Cartographers Heroes, very, very fun game. Great addition to your game collection, I would say. House of Danger. I think this will be the second time on this list where I'm like, yeah, that price doesn't feel great, but, and that's what I'm going to do here. This one does a great job of recreating these old school books. And so if you have fond memories of those old school books, then this is a game that I think will go over very well with the people that you're hoping to, if you have fond memories of these books, because the writing is fun. I played this one twice with my kids. I had a whole heck of a lot of fun with it. And yeah, it's like you talk it out, like what you want to do, and it does a great job. The gameplay's there. It's fun. $30 feels, not great, but if this is something you're like, man, I think this person would really like this one, I think they'll probably enjoy it. I did. I wanted to play another one. I wanted to play another one that was a little bit deeper. I want like a little bit more mechanisms attached to it. Continuing on, we got The Crew, Quest for Planet 9. If you're a fan of trick-taking games, a la Hearts, Spades, I think those are trick-taking games. The one I play is the Euchre. I like Euchre a lot. This is fantastic. This is a cooperative trick-taking game that the first time you play it will be very difficult to wrap your brain around potentially, because it's just so fascinating because there's limited communication, and essentially how it works is you have this storybook pretty much, and you're going to go on 50 different missions, but the missions are back to back to back to back. So it's like, oh, now you're deeper in space and there's this anomaly, so this turn you have to play without this, and the rules are constantly changing. I love this game, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I've played this game 100 times with numerous different people. And part of the reason why is in the rule booklet. They have a whole bunch of slots for you to play with a whole bunch of different people. It is just absolutely spectacular. If you like trick-taking games and you want a cooperative one, this is one that I don't think I've played this with anyone who didn't enjoy it. It's so dang good. $15.95 is a steal. My cards are beat to snot. Yours probably will too. 1K bought in the past month. Yeah, 1,000 bought in the past month, and this won the award in 2020. Great game. Also, the Crew 2, arguably better, but I still like the Crew 1 better. Explain it? I don't know. But the Crew 2 also fantastic as well. And if you really love somebody that much, go buy both. Or, even better yet, go spend $18.52 and set their brain on fire with fishing. If you like trick-taking games, if you have someone in your life who likes trick-taking games and they have not played fishing or do not own free fishing, get this game for them and play it. You will love it. It is just so dang good. It's from Friedman Freese, the guy who did Friday earlier. He also did Power Grid, Fearsome Floors. When he designs a game, it feels different. He's probably my favorite game designer of all time. This one is really cool because because you win cards, right? You win these cards at the beginning of the game. Everybody starts with pretty standard trick-taking thing where it's like, oh yeah, we got 1 through 9 of these cards, no trumps or anything, right? And then if you win, all the cards you get are cards that are going to go into your pile, and then you will draw cards from that pile for your next hand. Which means if you don't have enough cards to draw, like let's say you play the first round and you didn't win any cards. Like, oh crud, I didn't get any points. The other person got tons of points, right? But the thing is, since you have to draw, say, 7, 8, 9 new cards, whatever it is, it changes actually the number of cards you draw each round progressive through the game in a really simple system. Like, it's so well designed. Yeah, right there. So the first round, you get 4 players, you're drawing 9 cards. If I don't have 9 cards to draw next round, that means I get to draw from this super awesome deck right here, which are going to start to introduce like increasingly cool, wild abilities. Like it starts at 1 through 9, and now it's like, oh, I've got a 15 crab, and all of a sudden you're looking at your 9 crab, and you're like, is this even good anymore? It's such a fascinating experience, and if you have a stone cold gamer who loves trick-taking games and they haven't tried fishing, buy it for him and thank me with a thumb. Like you're gonna look like an excellent gift giver. It's my favorite game that I've played in the last year. I do believe. Fantastic. Letter Tycoon. I don't like spelling games. I always feel dumb. If you feel that way, this is the spelling game that you need to get, because this one adds enough gameriness to it that even non-gamers could feel like they have a shot, because in this game, you get to purchase letters. And when you purchase letters, you get paid when other people use those letters, because you're essentially buying the stocks for that letter. Oh, you used an R, I get some money. And it adds such a cool aspect to the game. But then also some letters give you like crazy special abilities, like the K. So when you get the K, you earn double if your word if you only have one vowel, right? So you start to look at the game differently. It is without a doubt my favorite spelling game of all time, and I don't even think it's close. Letter Tycoon is an absolute banger, and I love the fact it's in a new, smaller, trimmer box. If you like letter games and you haven't played or haven't heard of this one, go get it. Your friends will love it. And then hit that like. Moving on, Catan Junior. This is Catan, but for juniors. I've played in my class a whole bunch. It's really good, really simple, and it will get you ready for Catan. I think it's like a nice stepping stone to Catan. Reason why it's here is because, it's under $30, and if you like Catan and you want to teach your youngins how to play this one, this is the way to do it. Also, My First Stone Age, I'm going to give that one a big shout out, but my favorite of all time is My First Cancel Panic, which once again, wait, is that one under $30? Is this about to be 61? I have to mention that one, even is, because that one's spectacular too. 28.41, boom, it's in, top 61. We're gone. we're good. By the way, Carcassonne didn't make the list because, you know, $30.99. Get wrecked. Animal Upon Animal. Honorable mention as well if you're looking for a stacking game. Probably should put there. But I'll put Rhino Hero over it. Another honorable mention. Too many honorable mentions. I know Rhino Hero's under 30 bucks. That's a weird shot. Don't Mess with Cthulhu Deluxe. That's got to be the most unappealing picture. Why would they put that as their main picture? I don't understand you, Indie Board and Cards. Anywho, this is my favorite social deduction game at 4 players, period. And I don't know too many other social deduction games that even play that player count vaguely well. This 4, 5, 6 players, you're going to have a blast of a time. 4 to 8, I have enjoyed it all the different player counts. Dirt simple system. 1 or 2 people are Cthulhu, and everyone else are going to be villagers, and you're just pointing at rocks, pointing at cards, and trying to find rocks. And that doesn't sound impressive. It doesn't sound fun. It is. It's spectacular. This one comes with the expansions. That's the fancy rocks, which you can add in. We enjoy playing with them, but you don't even need them. Don't Mess with Cthulhu is an absolute banger. If you haven't played it, I cannot recommend it enough. I will say $23.98. You might look at the box and be like, that's a smaller box for $23.98. The gameplay is well worth it. Trust me, it's frickin' fun. Cannot recommend it enough. I have played that. That's one of those games where you'll say, you want to do it again? We'll do it again. You do it again. Yeah, it's cool. By the way, dang it! Do I need to do 60 more games under $30? All right. Speaking of code names, we brought it up earlier. Cross Clues, by the way, if you're remembering that one game, like maybe I do want that game. It's Cross Clues. Code names, 2-player. I'm sure you could probably. Yeah, never mind. So this one has like a little map system too, where you can like it progressively challenges up. But the bottom line is this is code names for 2 players, and if that sounds fun to you. This does a great job of doing it. I think you'll have a lot of fun with this game. Add it to your 2-player collection. It's still in mine. I can see it right over there. Continuing onward. Jamaica. This is a whole heck of a fun racing game. This is a lot of people's like favorite racing game that I've met in my time. Like it's just so well done. Normally has fantastic finishes. Cool power-ups, it's just a fantastic racing game. Can't recommend it enough. I wish it was in my collection for $27.49. You should add it to your collection. And plus, Space Cowboys is a banger. Like Space Cowboys routinely does bangers. That's Asmodee. Get out of here. They own them now. Speaking of which, I said my favorite word game of all time was that other one, but this one actually might be my true favorite word game of all time. But that's because I consider it more of like a social deduction style game. That is Werewords, which takes the basic werewolves premise and turns it into a word game with a really fantastic app that does a fantastic job narrating for you. And if the idea of a word game where you have to guess words and werewolf style gameplay sounds fun to you, this is one that you should have in your life right now. I wish it was in my collection. Honestly, if you gave me I want this game. I do. I love this game. Oh, I do own it. I just never get to play it. It's right there with Thomas Cthulhu. Great. Good. I do own it. And you should too. It's a lot of fun. I want to get back to the table. Oh, yeah. I think there's one person in game now that didn't like it. Oh, well. C'est la vie. 2 Rooms and a Boom is fantastic as well. But this is Werewolf. Now, asterisks on this. We're going to go to this other werewolf first, and we'll come back to that work. But psych, we're going to Ticket to Ride. This was one of my gateway games. It's a route building game. It's fantastic. It has interesting choices, a bit of a press your luck aspect with the tickets. Very simple turns, easy to learn, easy to teach, fun to chit chat with, little bit of cutthroat if you want it to be, lot. It's got expansions up the wazoo, so if you learn the basic system, you can, it's an easy thing to get more gifts for. Granted, the expansion system on Ticket to Ride is not like your typical game. They're all like their own separate games, kind of. It's a weird thing. But still, Ticket to Ride, there's a reason it stood the test of time. It's a really fun, stinking game. I can't recommend enough. And if you're looking for something, I don't know why I'm trying to give Small World a shout out, but I love Small World. There, everyone knows it now. Speaking of which, Ticket to Ride First Journey. If you like Ticket to Ride, you want to get your kids into it, you don't think they're ready, Ticket to Ride First Journey is one that I would highly recommend. I still own it. I've had numerous fun with it with my kids, and it's really good. It does a great job transitioning you from Ticket to Ride First Journey. Put that. Moving on. Here we go. There was that werewolf I was talking about. So this, I would say, is like the ultimate nerdy version of Werewolf. So if you're not familiar with Werewolf, Werewolf is a large group social deduction card game. This one plays up to 5 to 75 players. You don't want to play it at 5 players. You probably want to play it at, say, 8 to 75 players. Let's just be quite frank here. But this one has tons and tons of different roles. Because the thing about Werewolf is you have to moderate Werewolf, which means one person sits out of the game and essentially runs the game and hands out the cards, counts the numbers, and it sounds like terribly unfun bookkeeping. But the bottom line is, I actually think it's delightful. I've done groups over 50. I think it's fantastic. And the bottom line is, if you can become a great Werewolf moderator, people will love having you at get-togethers. I have busted out this kit so many freaking times. It goes over so well. And at its core, it's a really simple game to teach, especially when you don't mix in all the crazy different roles, and you don't have to. And that's also, if you want to get an on-the-go version of it, because this one is a small box, though. It's not like a huge box. I do like these ones. These are ones that are really cool, too. They have a whole good deal of cards. This one only goes up to 30 players, if that's a deal breaker for you. But it comes with a little pouch, which I am very big fan of. $14. Or if you want to get the everything with all, and this isn't the everything. There's the version that I actually have has a lot more cards, and there's more you can get. But this one has tons and tons of different cards with different roles. Cannot recommend it enough. Ultimate Werewolf Extreme. Go learn how to moderate Werewolf, and 2 Rooms in a Boom. Why not both? Why not both? And then Catan. I think Catan gets ragged on sometimes, and it can. People don't want to trade. It can slow down the game. It can grind the game. But there's ways that you can break a lot of different games by just not playing them optimally. And I still think that there's a reason that they keep reprinting this one and doing different editions of this one. That being said, if you're looking to get expansion in the future, the one that adds water is great as well. But $30, if you've been thinking about getting into board games, I think I would go Ticket to Ride. I'd go before this one. But if you have some experience with some hobby games, Catan, great game. I'm just letting you know it's under $30 right now, because honestly, this one's normally like a $60 game. That one is good bang for your buck too. The new edition looks great. Completely unnecessary, but yeah, it's there. But now, let's get to our $12 or less one. These are stocking stuffers, even though some of these will not fit in stockings, like Zillionaires. This one's probably not going to fit in your stocking, but it is a really fantastic game. So they took this game called the Game of 49 and pretty much just rebranded it, and the core gameplay is fantastic. Bidding, bluffing, and this is, I cannot recommend this game. This is $7.35. This is a steal. If you have... If you want, just get it. Get it. If you have someone you're thinking about buying games for, get this. You'll enjoy playing it with them too. It is easy. It's gateway level, but it's really good. I don't remember why, but I really enjoyed it. Monopoly Deal. This one's surprisingly good. I'll put the caveat on it. There's a lot better games. There's a lot of better games than this one out here, but it's for $7.99. And this one, honestly, is Monopoly enough that you could probably convince someone who probably might be like, I don't want to play all these newfangled games. Like, no, this one's just like it. It's just they put in a card version. So it's blah, 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 to make it quicker, and it does a good job of it. There's also different versions of this, like themed versions of as well. So that's something to consider. Moving on. Fast and Furious Highway Heist game. This one's $7.99. This one's not a stocking stuffer. This is a decent sized game. If you want to see the exact size, see my unboxing video where I hit it with my car. No, I'm not joking, by the way. Hit it with my car, went flying in the air. And the box didn't open. So, not the greatest unboxing video. But yeah, it has these cool 3D pieces, and I think there was 3 different scenarios that you could go on, and it's fun. It's legitimately a fun game. Adam keeps bringing it up. He's like, man, I want to finish that game. And for $8, bang for your buck. Let me tell you, this was $8? If you like Fast and Furious, it also has a very well done how to play video as well. Always good. But $8, steal. Come on. Moving on the Mine, $8.99. Yeah, you look at the components of this versus that one. This one is here, though, because this one is probably an evergreen for Pandasaurus. This is a really fun, simple game where you are trying to become one mind, quietly laying down cards in order. You remember Racco? This is the new version of Racco, and it's fantastic. You're cooperative. It's okay, lay down a 16. And then it's I have a 27. Should I play that now? But I don't want to play it too soon, because if somebody had a 17, 18, 19, I don't want to play, because as soon as you play it before somebody else, well then, yeah, and it's really good. I have played this once again probably 100 times. One of those games you'll just run it back and back and back and back and back. Very easy to learn, very easy to teach. Highly recommend for $9. Add it to your collection. Pandemic Hot Zone North America. Full disclosure, not played this game. Heard great things. It's a smaller, trimmer, quicker version of Pandemic, which is a fantastic game. It was my original actual evergreen game. I was trying to go to the store to buy a different game. They didn't have it. They said, you should try Pandemic. The Pandemic was nothing like the game I was looking for, and I went home with Pandemic. It's a lot of fun. This is a shorter streamlined, smaller box version for 10 freaking bucks. Come on, you can't go wrong there. And even better yet, if you don't mind switching over to a Europe map, I don't think this is an expansion, by the way. Pretty sure this is its own like standalone thing. You go down to $7.50, right? $7.50. You can buy both these for 20 bucks. Well, you could buy 2 years Christmas presents, right? Play Hot Zone Europe with them this year. You can even hide the present around the house. Be like, I don't even have to. I'm going to put it in a floorboard somewhere. Come back the next year. It's just great. It's great stuff. Plus, if they find it early, put a note. Ha ha! You found my secret Christmas present, right? And then if they don't, boom. Weird, huh? Piggy card game. I don't remember anything about this game, but I remember that my kids liked it a lot, and it has fun little pig components, and it's simple and enjoyable. Like, we legitimately enjoyed playing this one as a family, and it's $5.69, and the packaging is really cool as well. No brainer. Plus, I'm pretty sure you know how to play video on this one, so you should check it out. Frosty the Snowman. This one is a great game for very, very young children. This one probably should have been on that list that I'm going to do for like young kids, ages 4+, and I have. I played this with 4-year-olds, and it's I believe it had like colors or something like that. It's great. If your kids know about Frosty the Snowman, this is a really great game for $8, and it has this how to play video done by your boy. Boom. Moving on, we have LCR. If you've never played LCR, LCR is great if you're trying to teach people their lefts and their rights, or you're trying to play a gambling game, or you're trying to play a drinking game. Super simple. Teach it in a minute. There's also LCR Wild, but you can easily just modify your LCR to LCR Wild. In fact, I did a YouTube short about how you could do that with just a Sharpie marker. This version is the chip version than a tin. I actually personally like a tube version. There's an LCR tube, which that one's probably that one's probably totally under $12. Yeah, it's $3 extra, but I like it better. I like the tube better. Here you go. This one's a total Japanese, Chinese knockoff sort of dealio, but $8. There you go. Get yourself some LCR if you're in the market for that. It is a fun game. I've had fantastic experience with that game. And the best part is you can play that with 3 and 4-year-olds too, as long as you put the L and the R in their hand, which I highly recommend. Moving on. Sushi Go, the pick and pass family card game from Game Right. This is my first drafting game, and it's a whole heck of a lot of fun. Super simple. They got some fun expansions as well. $12. Comes in a nice tin. You can't go wrong if you don't own it and you have kids. This one will probably go over very well. Trader Tots. This is a hot potato style game. Once again, how to play video. Done by yours truly. If you want to check this one out, it's a really fun game. I don't remember much about it. I do remember they kept it though because my kids liked it an awful lot. They had some cool special abilities that were on there that did different things. And oh yeah, there was like a potato that like exploded or something and it made noises. For $10, this one definitely, you're not going to feel bad about the component to price ratio of this by any stretch of the imagination. And once again, I want to reiterate, just because I'm saying these are stocking stuffers, like some of these will not fit in stockings. Like this game probably not fitting in a stocking, unless your child has a very large stocking, in which case it's still probably weigh it down. This one right here, Survivor. Yes, Survivor, the Tribe has Spoken, 3 to 6 players. This one I've watched played, and it actually does a pretty dang good job of like making it feel like a recreation of Survivor, and it looks pretty cool. And plus, the bottom line is $10. Like, if you have a Survivor fan in your life who also happens to be a board gamer, I think from my time watching other people play this, granted, a bit different, but I've watched and played enough games that you'll get the like, oh yeah, I see what this game is. I think this game is fun. I want to play this game, or yeah, this game's probably not for me because I probably wouldn't want to play it more than 2 or 3 times because there's not a lot of blah 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 blah. But for $10, if you have a Survivor fan in your life who also likes board games, I think this one is definitely going to be a no-brainer. Also, I believe there's a how to play video on it. I think they were watching it. They said it was pretty good. Continuing onward, we have the Gang cooperative poker card game. I have not actually played this one. However, I want to play it a whole bunch, and I have heard tons. I shouldn't say tons. I've heard 8 to 15 people in my board gaming sphere talk about how much they enjoy this game, and how a couple of them told me how much they thought I would like this game and how I need to play it. And if the idea of a cooperative poker card game sounds fun to you, you should get this game for $11.99. Moving on, we have Flip 7, which has been the belle of the ball the last year. Plus, the bottom line is, it's a really fun press your luck game that makes you feel like you're playing a little bit of blackjack. Super easy to learn, easy to teach. $8. They now have the smaller box version of it, and there's also like I think 1 or 2 themed versions of it out there as well. It's great. It is. There's believe the hype, especially for $8. This one could easily be your new family get together game that you play for years, decades to come. That's how good it is. And it's one of those ones where you play it and like, oh yeah, I kind of want to get that one, especially for $8. I mean, come on, they got a winner, especially now they made it small. Monopoly Board Call, $10.99. This one is a drinking game, it says, but I would put a special caveat on this. This one specifically, I would recommend if you are more into alternative lifestyles and you like drinking games and alternative lifestyles. This one's a banger. Period. Monopoly Free Parking. This one, there's actually 3 of them that are official because they've had numerous different versions of Monopoly. Those aren't expansions. Those are just rethemed versions of Monopoly. These are official Monopoly expansions. There's 3 how to play videos built by yours truly as well. I don't remember which one of these I like better, but the bottom line is $5.99, $5.89, $9, and I just get them one of these two. Come on, $6. And these are large boxes too. Like these are not small boxes. They're pretty. They're big. They're tall boxes. You're getting some, like, you'll get this. You'll be like, this is $6? I paid more than $6 for this. Granted, I got it was new, and you're getting it around Christmas time, but whatever. Check it out. Connect 4 Frenzy. We're ending on this one. A little bit of a blur. It's not a great game. It's quarters. It's quarters, but with Connect 4, it's fun enough. If you have someone who likes quarters, this is a banger. And if you have kids, I think they'll have fun with it. For $8, I don't think you'll be disappointed with the components. I have to go urinate. Those were my top 60-ish games under $30. If you enjoy board game content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And if you purchase any of these games, be sure to let me know which ones you purchased down below. And also, let me know in the comments below what's your favorite game that you ever purchased on the cheap. A good deal that you snatched up. For me personally, I got a great copy of Boomtown. The last day at Gen Con. It was beat to snot. It was like $8. But it was like I paid 22 or 32 for Dominion, but he threw it in as $8. That was great. Great deal. Weird question. I gotta go to the bathroom. Goodbye.